All right, so let's take a look at 3-8, subtracting across zeros. So in this lesson, we are going to find the difference. And remember, the word difference is the answer to a subtraction sentence. So we are subtracting in this lesson, and our total for the numbers that we're going to be looking at are going to have a 0 in either the ones, tens, hundreds place, or in multiple places. Ones and tens, or hundreds, tens, so forth, okay? So we have 203 minus 557. So we're just going to go ahead and subtract, and we're going to keep in mind what we have learned already when we are subtracting using our place value method, using the base 10 blocks. So if the number at the bottom is greater than the number on top, we do have to borrow. So 3 minus 7, we cannot do that. 3 needs to go next door and ask for 10 more. But 0, there's nothing there. 0 tells 3, come back later. Let me borrow from my neighbor. So 0 goes to the hundreds place and borrows 100. Borrowing 100, this is our hundreds block. A hundreds block is made up of lucky number 10 rods. So if we borrow 1, that's going to leave 100 left. And now the 0 takes this hundreds block back to his house, which is the tens house, and breaks this into 10 rods, 10 of these. So 10 rods plus the 0 that he has is 10, and that's why we put a 10 here, because we have a total of 10 of these. 10 of these rods make up a hundreds block, which is what we borrowed. So now 3 can go next door to the tens place and borrow. So 3 borrows a rod from 10, leaving 9 there. So 3 takes 1 rod away from the 10, leaving 9. And 3 takes this rod back to the ones house and breaks this rod into lucky number 10. 10 of these units. 10 of these units make a rod. So 10 units plus the 3 that he already had make 13. Now we can subtract. So 13 minus 7, stick 7 in your head and count up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's 6. 6. 13 minus 7 is 6. 10 minus 5. 9 minus 5. 9 minus 5. Stick 5 in your head and count up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We stop at 9, and our answer is 4. And then 1 minus 1 is 0. So 46 is the difference. Let's try this again. Now we have 401 minus 282. And of course, remember, whenever we subtract, we put the large number on top. 400 is larger than 200, so it's going to go above 282. So, starting off with our ones place. 1 minus 2, we can't do it. More on the floor, we got to go next door. 1 goes next door, but there's nothing to borrow. So 0 says, come back later, let me borrow from my neighbor. So 0 borrows 100ths block from the 4, leaving 3 there. And again, 0 is going to take this hundredths block back to his house, the tens house, and break it into 10, lucky number 10, 10 of these. So imagine 10 of these. 10 of these. That's why we put 10 here. Now 1 can borrow from the 10 because there's something to borrow. Now the 1 can go next door and borrow 10. Going next door and getting 10 more is talking about this rod because it's made up of 10 units. So we no longer have 10 there, now it's 9. And 1 takes this rod back to his house and breaks it into lucky number 10 units. 10 units, imagine 10 units plus the 1 that he originally had makes 11. That's why we put 11 there. 11 minus 2. 11 minus 2. Stick 2 in your head and count up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a total of 9. 9. 9 minus 8 in the tens place. 1, and 3 minus 2, 1. So our answer is 119. That is the difference.